welcome back to the channel. I'm joined by Weston. Weston, say hello.
Hello, hello.
And we're doing another Shadow game. He wants to learn how to play Frog, so he's going to be playing Hero Frogs, I assume. And I'm going to be playing his deck you see in front of you. He doesn't know what it is yet. But yeah, this should be fun. And hopefully we can get you a little bit better with the Frog deck following this. So I'm going to host an Edison. Okay, Legendary Hirsch, there you are. All right, I'm going to pull out my die roller.
It's funny, ever since you said like you use like when you play online, you use like a virtual die roller. I've been doing that and it's taken a lot of the stress out of the rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
I used to get so stressed about that. And anytime I picked the wrong thing, I would just be like, oh God, here we go. Versus like, even if I lose, I'm like, oh, it was out of my hands. I don't even care now.
It makes it so much easier because I don't like the idea that some people are trying to metagame the rock, paper, scissors. It's not really the intended purpose of it. It's supposed to be completely random. So rolling a die makes it completely random. Although right now, I don't know what's happening with us, but I'm constantly rolling my die. And this is the result that it's giving me.
We're using the exact same one.
Clearly. Holy hell. Are we really? I wonder if that's what's happening somehow. Okay. Jesus, that was crazy. Oh, let's see. What do people write? Good luck, have fun. According to my chat, though, you shouldn't actually put good luck in there because you don't mean it.
One time I had said that and someone put U3 instead of U2 in there, and this was the biggest troll, so I do that sometimes.
No, not U3. Okay,
oh, I think I know what this is.
Oh, yeah, you know exactly what this is.
So what's really funny about this is that, like, when I'm playing BLACKWINGS, I hate sitting across from Frog, so I'm like, I feel like they just have it all. And then recently, when the role's been reversed, it feels like the opposite way. I'm like, oh, they just have it all, and like there's just been no winning. Yeah,
I mean, the deck is, both of these decks are really good. That's why they're top 3 in the format, like BLACKWINGS, Hero Frogs, and Value. And I think that all of us experience the same thing. When I'm playing against Value, the Value player often tells me that they feel like I have everything, and that they feel like I'm going to have everything, even if I actually don't. Like when I'm just holding a hand of 7 cards after turn 1, they just feel like I have everything. And it seems the same is true on the other side of the table. So yeah, it's just that seems to be all of us feeling the same way about the other decks. I think all the big 3 feel the same way.
All right, here we go.
I will say that playing the EWCQ with BLACKWINGS this past month really made me, like, I already knew the deck was broken. I'm the guy who probably has said it more than anyone that it's the best deck in the format. But that tournament was so ridiculously easy for me that like man, BLACKWINGS just get away with murder. Like you just win games off of pure damage output. It's crazy.
Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry. My wife was texting me that my son opened the front door and ran out the door, but that was a lie.
Oh, well, thank God. That's a lie.
Well, she's gonna be home in like 5 minutes. So there was like a brief disconnect between when I'm like directly watching him and he's just like watching his show, eating a snack in the other room, so I can like hear him and see him. But okay, woof. My wife was giving me a panic attack. All right, so. What were you saying about like playing BLACKWINGS for the EWCQ?
Oh, I was just saying it just felt very easy playing BLACKWINGS and seeing how you can win off of pure beatdown mode. Like it's just such a beatdown deck. I didn't really have to do many tricks. It's just like, you're just attacking. You're just constantly attacking your opponent.
Yeah, I mean, you drew real nice. You made it look so easy. Like, which like at first when I was watching your games, so I've studied your replays a few times, and I go, damn, he draws so nice. But then I'm like, all right, like. There clearly is a higher level to playing this deck than I play at, so it almost like motivated me more. Like, all right, like if he can make it look this easy, there's clearly that's like a skill issue on my end.
Yeah, what people don't realize is that like luck is transferable from person to person, right? So we're all lucky and we're all unlucky. It's even. There's no person that's just like, oh, they're only luck, or there's no person that's only unlucky. The reality is not many people actually top with BLACKWINGS who aren't that good, because you have to play so many rounds and you have to do well across several of the rounds. So at the end of the day, like if you're not that good, it will eventually catch up to you. Like you're not going to go X and 1 with BLACKWINGS if you're not that good, in my opinion. It's very hard to.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So you search Blizzard, which means you probably have a Clute in hand.
Well, listen, this is your deck.
Yeah. I'm going to set and pass.
Okay. Set and pass, huh?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, damaged up.
13. go. Geki break.
Yep.
Ooh, got me.
I didn't want to activate that. I knew that part.
Yep. All right.
So one thing I know is malicious edge. Yep.
The thing I've been noticing on Dueling Book is I have a really hard time drawing Miracle Fusion, so I'm glad I actually drew it this time.
Oh, that's interesting. It's not a problem that I have. Sometimes I draw too many. Yep.
And there's another one. So that is 6. Yep. And pass.
All right.
Wheel chain. Let's go. The whirlwind.
Okay.
Yep. Right as I complain about other games never seeing it, now we're drawing it. This is beautiful. I just need to complain more, clearly.
I mean, it does work. That's what I do.
All right, let's go attack Blizzard.
Attack my Blizzard, huh? Yeah, so what is that? I take 12?
Mm-hmm. Also, this reminds me, that game against Murray where you had a Kalute that just walked with 3 Kalutes.
Oh, yeah, the Vayu
that walked with 3 Kalutes. Yeah, the Vayu that walked
the
with
one-man
3
army.
Kalutes. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, I did quite enjoy that. Let's see.
Okay. The other thing I've noticed is that if you look at like really good Blackwing players, like Ludo and Yadame, they're both also good frog players. That's the thing. Another thing that kind of inspired me.
Yeah, it is. There is some crossover there between the people who are good with this deck and the people who are good with frogs. It's interesting too because I'm not exactly sure like why that is like that, but that is a thing.
I think it has more to do, like I was thinking a lot about this in terms of like, what do I need to do as a player to get to the next level? And like, I looked at, like people like you or Ludo or like James Ark, and you guys are successful with a lot of different decks across a lot of different formats. And so I think you guys all have a large, like horizontal integration of like, you have been very good with lots of different decks. You know how to just use different cards in different scenarios to handle different situations. And then now when you get to a retro format, you can pick one deck and then have that vertical integration where you master this one deck for like a year. And then that's like part of, like, you guys have just had lots of different experiences over different formats. So I think like that's maybe just why it is like, oh, like you guys just know how to play different decks, like, and you guys just happen to pick like a lot of Blackwing players acknowledge that Frogs is probably the other best deck and they just like to play it.
Yeah, it's also using 2 very different parts of your mind, I think.
Yep, there it is. Little dust shoot. Okay, Sirocco, Brain, Vayu, double Icarus. We'll send Sirocco. Yep.
You have a back row. I'm not really sure what that is. Yep. Pop your two.
Where are my froggies? I haven't seen a froggy all game. And I guess I did see the dupe. Yeah.
I was about to say, there has to be something.
Let's see. 2 Kaloots are gone. Yep. What is that last back row?
Now, what could that be? You set a monster.
I knew it.
Just the bottomless. Yep.
I was thinking about making this play next turn. I don't have any targets. Yeah. I was thinking about doing this play last turn, but I'm like, if that's a bottomless, I'm just a little left wide open.
Yep.
Let's see. I know you play Gores.
Yes, I think a lot of HT19 plays it in all his lists too. I think Gores is very popular in Blackwings these days. The question is, do you flat out lose to a Gores? And the other question is, does it get any better if you wait?
Yeah, that's the other question is, does it get any better if I wait? I don't think it gets any better if I wait. I just attack it.
I'll take 24.
Yeah.
Gain life.
That's the other thing I've learned with myself, like watching where I've fallen short is like kind of what you talked about, like with Dale Bolito of like what's the difference between someone who like wins and tops is like I will play around one-ofs and like lose because of it.
Yeah, because there's only so much that you can play around one-ofs. And the longer you wait for Gores, the more it becomes a reality, right? So at some point you do have to cut your losses and be like, you know what? I can't care anymore, and I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah, it's like, obviously, like sometimes it's like I overthink, and then like that when I played Yandame in the finals, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to set Brain because I'm worried about heavy. But then he just like that's just like that was my only line of defense. Like I had no other choice. I should have just done it, but I didn't, and it lost me the game. So it's like you need to not worry about that and sometimes be a little more smooth-brained and just play my cards.
Yeah, you have to put people on. They need to have it. And when I played in this EWCQ, I went into it with the mindset, and I told OG this. I went into it with the mindset that I'm going to be pretty disrespectful to people's back rows because of all the draw trap stuff going on in the meta. And just, I think that's the way Blackwings really should play, personally. So I think that, like, even though when you watch the replays, you might be like, oh, this looks really easy. And I think most people looked at my tournament run as like, oh, this looks really easy. But there's a reason why I was one of the only X1s in the entire 160 people or whatnot who got there with Blackwings at that. You know what I mean? Like at some point you have to realize that if a person keeps doing something over and over, like I keep topic over and over, then I'm doing something, right? Like I'm clearly doing something different, and it's the game plans, but it's also just knowing when you can be aggressive and when you need to be aggressive and stuff like that. Putting people on, like, again, you need to have this card right now, and if you don't have it, you lose the game flat out. I did that with Heavy Storm a lot with my opponent. Like you need to have Heavy Storm. If you watch the replay, you'll see that there were points where I would have 3 back row. If they have Heavy Storm, they will win, no question. But I'm like, I don't believe that you have it. And if you do have it, then so be it. But I don't believe you have it. And if you don't have it, you actually can't win. So it's like just making those game plans in my head in individual games, because it's a case-by-case basis based on what's going on. But making those game plans really helps me to go deep in my tournament runs.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see.
Game 2, Stratos. Such a good fucking card.
Yep. Yep.
Oh shit. Well, that was rude. You called the last one Alias.
Yep. You were gonna ask for damage calc?
Nope. I don't even play those games when I don't have it. It's just a waste of time to me. Like, I get in a tournament, maybe I might be more inclined to play those mind games, but like,
yeah,
even then I'm not really that big on doing that shit every time. I feel like, especially if we're being timed, I don't want to be like damage every time.
Yeah.
Like, because if you have it, you're just going to use it. Like, I'm going to use it if I have it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Someone's good.
Yep.
Sets a back row. What could that be? What you got?
Yep.
All right, that's fair. That's totally fair. That's totally reasonable. There he is.
Let's try this again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now that that's gone, yeah, we'll give this a whirl.
Not a whirl. Future Fusion for... Oh god, let me think about this.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, you
I
don't
can't
have...
resolve that. No, all my
Yeah.
heroes are gone. Actually, yeah, because it has to. Technically, I have to do
0.
Yeah, my bad. Yep. I was thinking. I realized that as I went to go search. I'm like, oh wait, there's no elemental hero in the deck. Sick.
Mhm.
Sick. That's what I get for drawing all my heroes right away. And then yeah, Treeborn, I guess. Cool. And then yeah, we'll pass. Yeah, Future Fusion's been very good. I do like it a lot.
Yeah, the card's broken.
Because even if you're not doing the dandy shenanigans, like, it's still just putting Treeborn in your graveyard.
Right. Yep. Alright, I am dead. You are dead.
So, I'm not sure if you're, because I know when you were talking about going to Nationals, you were thinking of like some spicy tech for frogs. I'm not sure if you're bringing that to Maryland this weekend. If you are, I mean, if you are and you want to save it for that, totally fine. If you're not, would you mind sharing what it was?
I will never ever share any
Okay.
like thing that I do when it comes to deck building type of stuff like that. That's just a
that's
natural. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hold something.
Yeah, exactly. Because this format is
I
only
get
fun
that.
for me as long as I can continue to innovate and have like fun with my deck building. And that's the one thing that I do hold near and dear to my heart is like my side deck patterns and stuff. And also and if I'm making innovation to a deck, I usually keep that to myself. Like people didn't know I was doing Future Fusion and Dandelion until I did it at Richmond last November.
Yep.
But I do have some ideas that I want to try out, and I was going to try them at Nationals, but I will be trying them now in Maryland. So we will see how it goes. It could be an 0-2 drop situation where it's like, okay, I should just play this instead, or it could be I won the whole tournament and I'm up 3 Ulti Kaias. We will find out. We'll find out in a few days.
Is it 3 Ulti Kai's? That's the prize?
Yeah, well, first place is 3 Ulti Kaias. Second is a Ulti Darkroom and
Yeah.
Ulti JD. Yeah, it's a pretty good prize because Kaias now are like $900 apparently on TCG Player. Even if you say that they're like $600 each, I mean, that's still really good. First place is like $2K, no matter how you slice it. And then I think UltiJD, we just did a market watch video. UltiJD and Ultimate Dark Arm were like 300 each. I think they were both 300. So that's like a $600 second place. So yeah. And then I think you get other stuff too. I think you get obviously invite to RBET rulers. You get the mat, stuff like that.
Let's go with this. Yeah.
All right. I think I already know this game is scripted. So I kind of know where this is going to go, but we shall see. But I have a good idea.
Stand by main good.
Yep. Let's see if we're following the script. Yep. Oh, third game in a row. Stratos just fucking out here. All right. Yep. That's good. My boy got them Stratos. I don't know where your frogs are. You haven't done a single substitute play or anything in any game.
Right? I'm playing the frogless frogs.
This is actually kind of wild because I assume you're playing a standard build and it's just
I'm literally playing your build card for card.
Like what is going on? I haven't seen you do a single swap frog substitute. You haven't summoned swap or substitute in any game. It's been 3 games and they have both gone pretty long.
Dueling Book hates me right now. I'm just gonna say that, but. Like when I played at locals over the weekend, like I drew normal and I just smoked the crap out of everyone. And I'm like, oh, this is what it feels like to actually draw like normal hands.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely abnormal to never open with a single frog player. And honestly, you haven't even brought Treeborn Frog back in a single game yet.
No, I haven't. Let's see.
You haven't even sacked for Caius. Bro, I don't even know. Right now, you're playing Hero Beat as far as I'm concerned. Like, this is a Hero Beat deck right now.
Oh, bless. I probably should have. I guess I could have waited until I did this, but... Yep,
Seven's fine. I've gotten attacked more by Stratos and Alias than I have by a Caius or a Frog this game.
Yeah,
and that's just wild.
Heck.
Yep.
Yep, so I lose 13. Main phase 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw in the Discord, I got to meet up with BZVK because he's local, so he keyed down and we took a picture for the Discord.
That's awesome. Yeah, he typically plays when he can gadget decks and stuff like that, Machina decks. I noticed.
Yeah, he played. Yeah, he. It was so funny because like he was nervous showing up. He's like, "Yeah, all I have is gadgets, real life," and I'm like, "Brother, you are better than 90% of the people here. You just do your thing, you'll be fine." Yep. And yeah, he smoked. He went. He won his first 2 rounds, and then he tied on the 3rd round. Had to go, but he even won against BLACKWINGS. Yeah, he won round 2 against BLACKWINGS. Like gadgets versus BLACKWINGS should be like a non-game, and he beat the guy, which was really funny.
Yeah, gadgets, if they have solidarity specifically, they can destroy Hero Beat and BLACKWINGS. Like, I've been on the opposite side of that. It does not feel good when the solidarity comes down and all the gadgets are bigger than yours and they have built-in Whirlwind. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Duck.
It's like the cuffs, with the cuffs on them.
Yep. Pass.
Mm-hmm. Summon. Yep. Okay, no Gores this time. I thought we were playing by that same exact script from the last the last 2 games. Oh, okay. Interesting. So, I mean, this obviously telegraph scores really, really hard. Why don't we go? Good after that. All right.
Yep.
Okay, so we made it through that. Now, what the hell is going on? So, move these two. So the one game I ended up suffering because I didn't do this when I could have, and I had a dead value the whole game, which kind of annoyed me. Interesting. Set a back row pass. I think I'm supposed to... Yeah. Target and target my back row. Alright. What would you have? Miracles dead. Oh, you just draw all three of, all of your miracles.
Yeah.
So now you have the opposite problem. You just draw them too much.
Yeah. As you said, I didn't draw a single monarch this match.
Yeah, that's crazy. We played 3 games. I'm gonna watch this replay real quick. I don't think I could even say that you did anything wrong because
I saw something game 1 I did wrong.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me share my screen so we can kind of go through this together.
Yeah, like I think I like on Dueling Book, like it just hates me right now. I'm drawing so awkwardly, and I'm like, I know it's like, yes, I know I can continue to play better and better, but like also like the deck is just not being nice to me right now.
Yeah, I mean,
just not being nice to me.
I even noticed it because technically I couldn't tell that you were playing frogs. Like you could have been playing Diva Hero or Hero Beat the way these first couple games went. Like it was pretty ridiculous. I'm drawing the same way I drew in a tournament. So just Whirlwind all the time when I go first. I had Whirlwind game 1 and game 3.
You got that main character account.
I do. This account is definitely farmed up to be main character level. I think Dueling Book definitely favors people who like...
I guess here's a question. In this scenario, do you search Edge or would you... I almost thought about searching the level 2 guy because like if I go Raigeki Break, then it can combo with Junk, and I think I realized that in hindsight to bring it back.
You have Dupe Frog though to cover that, so I think that what you did is fine because you actually... I think that I would have searched Malicious Edge here. You want pressure in a form of a tribute summon so that if you ever do eventually see your Frog package or see Brain Control Soul Exchange, you can actually do something with those cards, because right now your hand can't do anything with those cards. I think that the Dupe Frog covers your whole level 2 thing with Junk Synchron, so you could just Raigeki Break that, or you could eventually set it or whatnot, because Dupe Frog is pretty good against Blackwings, and so I don't think your search is bad. I think that this is totally fine. Yeah, and then Dupe Frog also covers Miracle Fusion too, so like if you needed a water monster, you do have it there. So let's see how this goes. So I draw a second Kalut.
So here, this is my mistake. I should have... I know you play draw traps. There's no reason for me to do that, especially because I don't really have a follow-up at the moment.
Right.
I should have just held this because realistically that should have gone for the Black Whirlwind. I know this is like the big mistake I was thinking about. I'm like, I was hoping that I could summon Alias and run over, I think, your Bora here, but yeah, that was...
I think I would actually try here. I think I would try to summon Alias because if you Miracle Fusion, then you get rid of Dupe and then this dies. So you have to kind of sequence this in turns in advance. So you have to think like, okay, well, I need to summon Alias, and I already used the Kalut. You don't know I just drew a second one, right? Like that's just lucky of me that I drew a second one. So I would definitely see. I don't like this Miracle Fusion, just because I feel like you can get more value if you summon Alias attack. I'll Kalut. You won't know that, but I'll Kalut, and then you can set Raigeki Break. And if I try to do anything crazy next turn, like summon another monster and the Whirlwind's still there, you can Raigeki Break. You're healthy, by the way. You're not even close to being like anywhere near death or anything like that. So for me, yeah, because I gave you 1,000 what Upstart looks like. Yeah, so you're very healthy actually. 77 is very healthy. You don't have to worry about randomly dying, in my opinion. And my goal would be to sequence these turns out. So it would be Alias attack, then it would be next turn I want a Junk Synchron and Miracle Fusion. And so Raigeki Break is now going to be used to discard this thing because I don't really need it at this point. So I would have this set. I would Alias attack. I would set this and pass. Because at this point, I'm probably not going to summon a second monster because I had the opportunity to summon a second monster already when you had a back row and I didn't. I just attacked. So like you can tell that you setting that one back row kind of made me play in a way where I was like, I'm not summoning a second monster already.
Yeah.
But when you did this, it kind of turned off Junk Synchron, which is a little awkward. So you do this. Yep. All right. This is all fine.
Yeah, so if I kind of just held my Raigeki break, I would have been in a better position, like the first one, I should say.
Yeah, because you got pretty fortunate here top decking this, but look at your hand if you didn't draw specifically this. Like, you'd be in a very, very bad spot if you don't draw literally second miracle right here. Whereas if you had done what I was saying, just summon an alias attack, get value out of the alias. Because either I'm going to use a Kalut or you're going to kill a Bora. Either you go +1 or you go 1 for 1. And both of those situations are good because now you've cleared 2 Kaluts. You're up against a Bora, which is not really the most threatening monster. It's not like I'm Shora every time. It's just Bora. It's just a little bit of damage, and I upstarted you this game. So you're still very healthy. And it would make this turn would have been crazy because you would have had the Dupe Frog in the Grave to make a Synchro and play Miracle, and you would have top decked the Miracle, which is like wild.
Yeah. So I just need to layer my plays a little bit more, like
exactly.
high to low. Or low to high, I should say.
Yeah, there's like an order. Frogs definitely plays turns in advance. You have to kind of see the story of your hand. Like, your hand is telling you this is how it needs to go in this order. And you have time. If you were at 4,000, sure, Miracle Fusion right now, attack the Bora. But at 7,700, I know Blackwings, you know Blackwings. I don't think Blackwings are doing 7,700, even with a Whirlwind on the field, out of nowhere. Like, that just seems like way... I've never killed someone from 7,700. Unless Dark Arm was involved, and I didn't have a setup for Dark Arm at the time. Like, there was no way I was getting Dark Armed out. Like, I think the best thing I could have done was going... So I have a Bora on the field, I go summon Kalut, search Gale, synchro those two, make an 8-star, or 6-star rather, then summon Dark Arm. So I would have Bora plus Goyo plus Dark Armed, which is an insane amount of damage. But 2 things about that. 1... If you attack with Alias, I would have to use the Kalut already. So that Kalut wouldn't, the second Kalut wouldn't be in my hand. But it's 17 plus 28 plus 28, which is 73. You still don't kill me. I still don't, it's still not game. Like, I still don't kill you. Even if I do that play next turn, which is like the most insane play that I could possibly think of, is summon Kalut, search Gale, synchro both, and then make summon Dark Arm. I still don't kill you there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of got stuck there a little bit.
Yeah, this Junk Synchron rotted, I think, for way too long, and that's kind of the issue of this game. And I mean, of course, you could also look at this and say, oh, if this was Infernal Prodigy, things would be a little bit different as well, but I don't even think that necessarily mattered. So you eventually do draw Infernal Prodigy.
Yeah, I should have thought about getting value out of Junk before going for the Miracle Fusion play.
Yeah, I think that you play with the typical Blackwing fear thing. Like, you're afraid to leave yourself open, so you put a monster in front of me like Zero. And that's, Zero's amazing, right? Like, it's the best boss monster in the format basically at this point. But like, I don't think that you need to rush him out when you're that high. We have a different conversation if you were lower, but you were just so high at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the moral of the story is use your life points as a resource, especially in damage-based matchups like Blackwings. Like, you have to get value out of your cards, and you're going to trade life points to do it. That's just the reality. You're going to trade life points to get value out of these cards. Your hand is so fucking cracked. Oh my god. So here I have to let this go because you searched this. This actually put me in a bad spot because I have a deep prison. But you searching this made it where I had to take this attack so that I could deep prison this guy later. So I literally can't beat this right now with my hand without this deep prison. Like, I have to deep prison this. And I draw a Whirlwind, and you drew Dust Tornado, which is fine because that's why we sided. I don't have an answer to Gores, but I'm also in a situation where I don't know what I'll be waiting for at this point. I really want a Blizzard, and I was like, you know what? I still have all 3 Blizzards in my deck, so if I draw a Blizzard, I'm fine. This is also what I mean by every card that you side against Frogs is either good against it or terrible. And these fucking cards are terrible and good at the same time, right? Like, yeah. I died with these cards. And I also did not use Oppression on this because I still need the top deck Blizzard to win. I can't win if I Oppression this, I cut 3 of my outs out of my deck immediately if I do that. So I can't actually use this card.
Yeah, it's all about kind of like when you draw. Use the out, and if you draw at the right time.
Yeah, and all of them are like that. They're all volatile. Plunderog, like all the cards that you saw against frogs are all just going to either be amazing or horrid. Oh, here comes Stratos. Yep, there he is. So this hand was not good at first, but now it's actually, I like this hand. I wonder, would I have MST the back row? I think because I really want to guarantee that my summon goes through here, I would have MST'd the back row
first.
Yeah, even if it's a draw trap, I'll accept it because I have double miracle and I have Regeki Break to clear the whirlwind next turn. So my play, I can already tell you right now, if my opponent went Bora, whirlwind, set a back row pass, I'm going MST, Summer Stratos, get Ocean, special Ocean, or special Swap Frog, discard Ocean, send a Swap Frog send a Swap Frog to the graveyard, Miracle Fusion, have 0 attack the Bora, then Stratos, and then the Swap Frog. Then I'm going to bounce the Stratos to my hand, and I'm going to set Regeki Break and pass. That would be like where I would be going with this.
Okay.
I'll go super aggressive right here. Like I would, I know you want to get Treeborn set up, but I think that in this situation, I like specifically this opening play where you go Stratos, Swap, and Miracle. It's fucking broken. Like it's, because like what are you going to do? You're going to Colute? Sure. You Colute my guy, you lose 2 cards, I lost 1. Then these 2 get in for 2,800, which is still a shit ton of damage. And then I get the choice between bouncing one of these, and I have a Regeki Break to cover this next turn, and I have another one of these. Like, I'm golden. Like, I'm sitting here like, all right, go ahead, play. Like, what can you do?
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh yeah, I was thinking like, all right, burn the Colute on the Stratos and then play the Miracle. Yeah, I can see where it's like, all right, if I pressure you really early, then that puts you in an awkward spot.
Yeah, sending 0 into a monsters when you have other monsters is really good because it just guarantees that they go through now. Like either 0 comes in and it beats over yours Bora, or you kill my 0, but you also lose 2 cards to do it, which is amazing because you got a +1 from Whirlwind. Like I got a +1 from Whirlwind, but you take it away immediately when I have to use 2 cards to kill 1. So you mitigate the plus, and you get in 2,800 damage, and you have another check to Whirlwind next turn with the Regeki Break. Like that's insane that you can Regeki Break and pitch whatever you bounce to your hand, and whether it be Stratos or Swap Frog, you could pop it. And honestly, depending on the situation, you might not even need to pop this Whirlwind. Like if they're going Whirlwind Blizzard, I'm like, that's honestly fine. Like I don't even care about you getting a value at this point because there's no value to the value either. Like it's kind of just fine. Yeah, so I was holding my Deep Prison for 0 because I realized I could either Icarus attack you or I could Deep Prison, but it made sense because this is your only hero and it didn't matter.
And then here's where I start to brick.
Yes,
I draw the Torrential, so I'm like, I'm screwed either way here because if I set Torrential, I know you're smart enough not to summon into that.
Correct. I'm just gonna attack with Shura.
And so I'm like, I'm gonna be screwed if I draw a Kaya. So I'm like banking on me just taking a hit and drawing Kayas.
Yeah, I mean, you did the right thing here using your life points as a resource. If you set that Torrential, I'm never summoning. I'm attacking you for 18 every turn. And then you're at the mercy of drawing a hero or a monarch or a monster to trigger your own Torrential. It's a bad spot no matter how you look at it. You could argue either way, to either set Torrential and hope that I am dumb enough to summon into it, or you could argue that you do what you did and hold it and pray to God that like your next draw is really good and your next draw just happened to be one of the worst cards you could draw in this situation. So it sucks because like if you drew any tribute monster there or even substitute right there, I think is arguably better than like this because you go substitute, you go soul exchange this guy, you don't want to touch this. Soul exchange this guy is games 2 and 3. You just have to always be aware of deck Devi. You soul exchange this guy, summon substitute, priority, tribute this off, and then start trying to combo. And then if they do anything like Icarus or whatnot, then you set Torrential and you're good. You're like, okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was, but overall, your hands were very sketchy. I mean, this game 3 hand, I think was good. I would have played it a lot more aggressive with that opening. MST back row, Summer Stratos, get Ocean, special swap, play Miracle Fusion. Don't send Treeborn to the graveyard, just send a random water monster. Send 0 in, send Stratos, send swap in, bounce Stratos, Regeki Break, pass. And yeah, just see what happens from there.
Yeah, because since there was a lot of follow-up, it's like I can afford to be aggressive versus like generally my thought process with frogs is like kind of like do the least amount and make them burn through all their cards first. But if I have such an aggressive opening, it's like push in and then like I can probably just win. I can kind of just outpace them.
Yeah, specifically against Blackwings, because Zero is the bane of that deck. Like game 1, I almost lost, even though I opened up so strong because you drew Double Miracle and resolved Double Miracle, and it just took so many of my cards. Like I got to a point where I was lower in card advantage than you were in game 1, and I went first, and at end open Whirlwind. And it's because the 2 miracles I summoned the Blizzard, brought back Bora, and the Zero attacked over both of them. Like it was just crazy. Like that card is so warping. Against Vayu, I think that you want to be a little bit more careful with putting your Zeros out there because they can just die to Raikos and shit like that. It's very easy for them to go 1 for 1. It's not as easy for Blackwings to go 1 for 1 with Zero. So just keep that in mind going forward. But I think that overall, with the hands that you drew, it was a pretty good showing. Like you did make it to game 3. I got cooked game 2. And then games 1 and 3, there were things that you could have done differently that I think that now you'll have improved upon between the jump sync run, mapping out the turns, using your life points as a resource, and then game 3, just playing aggressively turn 1 with that crazy double miracle hand that was live instantly. Like I love that hand against Lightsworn, and I love that hand against Blackwings. You're just playing the Honest and Clute.
I always get a lot better after these, that's for sure. I learn a lot.
Yeah, so there's gonna be more online locals, the Edison IMNerd online locals, and you can try it out and see. I think that ultimately that will make you a lot better too. Just playing more and more and more, you'll get a feel for like, oh, I'm not afraid of dying here. Like I can pass and nothing will happen, and next turn I can do exactly what I was planning to do anyway. So once you get more comfortable with the deck, you'll be fine. But I think this was a good showing, and I'm going to end the recording here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this shadow game, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.